You are a college student, you want to become a software developer. The main question that comes to your mind is how to learn coding faster. Okay, let us keep this question aside for a while. I am Chandrasekharan. I am into software development for the past 24 years. I am very passionate about coding. Recently, I started using artificial intelligence for software development. When using artificial intelligence, I am able to complete my work easier, effective, and faster. I'll show you an example. In this code, the gray colored text is generated by artificial intelligence. If we feel that the code generated by artificial intelligence is satisfying, then pressing tab key on the keyboard will include this code into the editor. After pressing subsequent enter keys, we can see artificial intelligence generating the subsequent lines of code one by one. We can see that the coding that takes a few minutes to complete gets completed in few seconds. Soon every developer in this world is going to use artificial intelligence for coding. Every software developer has to get ready for this change and they will have to learn how to code using artificial intelligence. With this context in mind, I feel college students as well needs to know how to code using artificial intelligence. Recently, I had to implement some coding in a technology that I did not know. Using artificial intelligence, I was able to learn that new technology and I was able to complete the work within the expected timeline. If I am able to learn a new technology faster using artificial intelligence, then this approach must also help college students as well to learn coding. For this reason, I have created this video to explain how to implement coding using artificial intelligence. This video is not only for college students but can also be used by software developers to know how to learn a new technology using artificial intelligence. For coding, we are going to use Visual Studio Code. This is an open source software, hence it can be downloaded and used for free. Going forward, in this video, I am going to call Visual Studio Code in a shorter form as VS Code. Using VS Code, it is possible to develop code in any programming language. Now that we have identified the code editor, let us see what we will use for artificial intelligence. I'm going to suggest the usage of GitHub Copilot for artificial intelligence. I can hear you asking me why not ChatGPT. I'm going to give some more details about GitHub Copilot which will help you understand why I have chosen GitHub Copilot. ChatGPT belongs to the company named OpenAI. OpenAI has created a separate artificial intelligence software for coding which is called as Codex. Let us keep this information aside and we will see what is open source software. Multiple software developers come together and write code to create a software product and they make this software code and product available for anyone to view and use. This is what is called as open source. Do you know the largest open source platform in this world? It is GitHub. Do you know who owns GitHub? It is owned by Microsoft. GitHub Copilot is a product that is a combination of Codex from OpenAI and the open source code available in GitHub. GitHub Copilot has the artificial intelligence from ChatGPT and brilliant minds of thousands of software developers through their code from GitHub. From my perspective, bringing these two products together has given very efficient artificial intelligence tool which is GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot has the capability to generate code in any programming language. For these reasons explained above, I recommend to use GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot is not free for everyone. It is free for students. For others, the first month is free, then $10 needs to be paid every subsequent month. I am using GitHub Copilot by paying $10 each month. Now we will see the steps to start using GitHub Copilot. First, VS Code needs to be installed. Then an account needs to be created in github.com. If you already have an account, you can ignore this step. Then change your github.com account into a student account. Then install GitHub Copilot extension in Visual Studio Code. Then the link needs to be established between GitHub Copilot extension installed in VS Code and the GitHub account created in the second step. Once these steps are completed, we are ready to get started with coding using artificial intelligence. To help you complete each one of these steps, appropriate Google keywords are provided with which these steps can be completed by yourself. Let us assume that you do not know HTML and you want to learn it. Let us now see how to learn HTML using GitHub Copilot. First, we will understand how to run a HTML web page and view its output. After installation of GitHub Copilot extension in VS Code, we must be able to see a chat icon in the left side. Clicking this displays a prompt similar to what we see in ChatGPT. In this prompt, I am typing provide granular steps to get started with a HTML project and run it in Visual Studio Code. Through this prompt, we are asking GitHub Copilot to generate the steps to create a project and run a HTML web page, and specifically we are asking for more granular steps so that anybody can complete it. In the result, we can see that GitHub Copilot has generated clearly understandable steps. If we specifically look into this step, we can see that it mentions the menu to be used in VS Code, which makes it it easier for anybody to complete the steps. By following these steps, I was able to run a HTML page and view it in the browser. Let us now see how we can run a Python program. We are going to use the same prompt that we used for HTML. In this prompt, HTML needs to be changed to Python. Then by following the step provided by GitHub Copilot for this prompt, we can complete the setup and run a Python program. I have now demonstrated how to get started with HTML and Python. This approach can be used to get started with any programming language. Now let us start to learn HTML. In the prompt, I am typing provide a roadmap to learn HTML, and this prompt provides all the topics required to learn HTML. In the topics listed as result of the prompt, we can pick any topic and give it as a prompt to know more details about that specific topic. You can patiently read through the response provided by GitHub Copilot, or you can copy the response, paste it into Google Translate and hear it as it reads it to you. Any further clarifications from the result can be given in the prompt and you can get it clarified. Now let us see how we can learn to code HTML in few minutes within the editor using GitHub Copilot. I'm going to include a comment in this HTML file. Each programming language has a concept called comment. Pressing Ctrl/ in VS Code includes a comment line for that respective language. Typing some text within the comment does not get displayed in the web page. After saving, we can see that the comment is not displayed in the web page. GitHub Copilot has the capability to understand the text content within the comment, and it can generate code based on that comment. In this comment, I am typing include example for paragraph and then placing the cursor by the end of the line and pressing enter key. This displays the code suggested by GitHub Copilot as grayed out text. Now pressing tab key in the keyboard will include the suggestion. Saving and looking into the browser displays the paragraph. In the HTML source code, pressing enter key after the paragraph code starts displaying the comment for the next HTML topic. GitHub Copilot understands that we are trying to learn HTML topic and it includes code for the next topic. It subsequently generates the topics of HTML one by one, which covers all the topics of HTML. It is not important to memorize the syntax of the code generated, but we must get an understanding on how the generated code works. Based on the explanation provided so far, similar approach can be used to learn any programming language. Learning a programming language alone may not land us in a job. We need to acquire additional skills to improve the possibility to get a job. For example, you can learn to become a front-end developer or back-end developer or full-stack developer, which increases the chances to get a job. GitHub Copilot can generate a roadmap for you to become a full-stack developer. Based on the response, you can learn the technologies one by one in the order provided by GitHub Copilot. Through this video, you are already aware how to learn a specific technology listed over here. After learning all the technologies one by one, you need to implement projects which increases your chances to get a job. Implementing whatever explained in this video is just a small start. More videos are planned to be published in the channel on the topic related to learning using artificial intelligence. If you are stuck when implementing the steps in this video, share your questions in the comments. Let us catch up in another video. Thank you.